Hey everybody, my name is Troy. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a trailer reaction for you to Clayface from DC Studios, coming out this October around Halloween. It's the second film coming out this year after Supergirl, another film not directed by James Gunn. So curious to see how this is going to be, what this teaser is, what the tone is. I'm really curious to see how this is going to fit into the broader DCU as well. Does it play into Man of Tomorrow? Is it kind of isolated? So by what we've seen, some similar projects in the MCU where it's kind of its own villain, its own story. And so really curious to see what the connections may be. Also really curious to see our first look at Gotham. Really excited about that. But without further ado, let's dive right in. Oh, starting right at it. Okay. Yo. Ooh, this might be a little spooky. Oh my gosh. Oh. Goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. They're leaning way into this. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. This looks absolutely insane. Wow. Okay, they're definitely leaning into the horror side of this, which is really, really cool. Written by Mike Flanagan, you can definitely get the themes that he just really excels in. Like, man, I think this is going to be completely different than I think a lot of superhero movies or superhero, type films that we've seen over the last few years. Is they're just kind of really leaning into the horror side of this, which makes this again a perfect Halloween watch. I'm really glad they actually pushed this back a little bit to October because it just feels like the time of year to really lean into this type of film. But man, I'm all in on this. Like, I didn't know what to expect. You've been highly anticipating this character making its way onto the big screen for some time. It's really been a character that we've seen really in just the animated side of things in the DC animated stories that we've seen most recently in Creature Commandos that came out as the first entry into the DCU. That character made an appearance there. And so I was really curious to see how this was going to play on screen, but it seems like they've really nailed the visual effects of what he's able to do. And so really, really excited to see kind of more of this story, more of the feel for this in the coming months. This was just a short teaser, just a minute. And I think it's honestly one of the more effective 1 minute teasers that we've seen from a film in quite a while, is because, especially with a character like this, that maybe a lot of people aren't too familiar with. Obviously, he's a big threat to Batman, which makes him really fun. But I think a lot of the general audience might not know who Clayface is. And so I think this really sets the tone of what type of movie this is going to be, which is, I think, going to help this movie in the long run. With a movie like Clayface, you want it to stand out, you want it to stand alone and make it feel different. And this is, I couldn't think of a drastically different tone of a movie from Supergirl and Superman than this movie. And so I'm really excited they've really decided to lean into the tone of that. I think they're going to crush it. And so I'm really excited to see where this goes in October. They've also leaned into a lot of practical effects too. Obviously, there is some visual effects too with some of his face and stuff, but really excited that they're going to be leaning into the practical side of things, especially if we do get the full look of who we know Clayface to be. If that's a practical suit, forget about it. Like, I'm just really excited about the potential to seeing that on screen. But man, I'm blown away by this minute teaser. I'm really excited to see more footage from here. It sounds like at the CinemaCon last week, maybe they got a little bit different. This may have been the same teaser. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at any comments yet if it's the same one, but just reading some trailer description, there may have been some different things that they saw at CinemaCon. But man, I think once we get a full trailer from this and get more of an understanding of what the plot's going to be, I think the hype for this can go exponentially high. And so I'm really, really looking forward to seeing this movie now. It was kind of last on my, hype rankings for superhero films this year. And I got to say, I'm much more interested in this going forward and what story they could tell. What do you think of the teaser for Clayface? Let me know your thoughts in the below. Where is this in your anticipation for the rest of the year? If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe to see the future stuff. Thanks for tuning in.